What is supervision? Supervision is a procedure designed for institutionally owned iOS devices. Supervising a device lets you have more control over it. You can set additional restrictions, automate actions, and more. By default, all iOS devices are not supervised. Devices can be set up as supervised only prior to activation. That is, before the setup assistant first appears on the device, a brand new device or fully erased one. Why do you need to supervise your iOS devices? Supervision unlocks the extra features intended for corporate-owned devices. If you want the apps you provision for the devices to install silently, you need to supervise the device. If you want to blacklist applications, set a global proxy, lock device in single app mode, force web content filtering, or set wallpapers, you need supervision. Okay, so how do you supervise a device? iOS devices can be supervised by using Apple Configurator or a device enrollment program. Supervision using Apple Configurator involves hooking up the devices to a Mac, whereas supervision via DEP is entirely over the air. Then again, using Apple Configurator is quite handy, but the DEP registration and approval may take around 5 to 10 business days. Let's see the Apple Configurator option now. What is Apple Configurator? It is a free Mac application that helps you set up and configure your iOS and tvOS devices. You can get it from the App Store. The devices need to be connected via USB to the Mac running Apple Configurator. You can use it to supervise iOS devices and optionally enroll in MDM. Now, we're not just going to supervise an iPad, but set it up and enroll in HEXNODE MDM as well. Let's get started. Download and run Apple Configurator. There are a couple of things you need to be familiar with on the Apple Configurator: a profile and a blueprint. A profile is where you define configurations and restrictions you want to set up on the device. You can create a profile for, say, Wi-Fi, one for email, and yet another for restrictions. Now, a blueprint is a larger module where you add these multiple profiles along with any apps you want to push. After adding them, you prepare the blueprint. That is when you choose whether to supervise the device, skip the device setup steps, enroll in MDM, and so on. After you have prepared, you connect the iPad and apply this blueprint. So a blueprint is basically a template of configurations, apps, and device restore settings that you prepare once and then reapply to a whole bunch of devices. Let's see it in action. Create a Wi-Fi profile. Open Apple Configurator. Go to File, New Profile. Type in name and organization info. Configure Wi-Fi. And save. Create a blueprint and add the profile. File, New Blueprint. Select the blueprint, add a profile. Let's add the Wi-Fi profile we just created. Prepare blueprint. Now, we prepare the blueprint. Select the blueprint and click Prepare. Manual configuration, check Supervise devices, Next. Select New Server. Here's where you give your HEXNODE MDM portal name and the enrollment URL. The enrollment URL, you can find it on your portal. Admin, Configurator Enrollment. Copy the URL and paste it over here. Configurator grabs the certificates and Next. New organization, Apple DEP. Skip it for now. Type in your organization name. Generate a new supervision identity. The iOS Setup Assistant. Select the steps to be shown while starting up the iPad. You can skip all steps or show just the ones you want. Click Prepare. Type in your password. And done. Apply Blueprint. Now that we have the prepared blueprint, you can apply it to any number of devices at once. Just that they need to be connected to the Mac. Before connecting the device, make sure the Find My iPhone, iPad is turned off before proceeding with supervision. Otherwise, you'll be locked out halfway. Let's connect an iPad now. There you go. Note that the iPad is not yet supervised. Now, we right-click, select the blueprint and Apply. It'll take a minute or two. The Wi-Fi profile, the MDM enrollment configuration, the supervision settings, all of that we had set up in the blueprint are being applied to the device. And all done. Let's check supervision now. Yep, supervised. The MDM enrollment, the Wi-Fi we had configured, all will get automatically deployed when you boot up the device. That's all, folks. See you with another video. Thank you.